Hey guys, um, from now on, I'm just gonna put this right out there. From now on, I'm gonna make videos most likely every 2 days. So very rarely though, I'll do like maybe the next day right after, like a follow, unless it's a follow up. But usually it'd be every 2 days. So just wanted to point that out. And I wanted to make this video today because as you've known, I had this Royal Clown knife for a little over a week now, maybe almost 2 weeks actually. And when the lights are on, he comes out during feeding, so I'm pretty happy about that. But now I'm fine if he doesn't actually come out during the day, like when the lights are on, even when it's not feeding time. But if he does, that makes me even much more happier. But I already fed him though, but I just want to kind of see if he would swim around maybe. I turned only one of the lights on, so it doesn't look like much of a difference, but in person it actually is. One of the lights is actually slightly dimmer than the other, so I turned that dimmer one on. See some of the clown loaches at night. They kind of go in the wood and just stay like that through the night. See him adjusting. But I guess while we kind of wait or see if he ever comes out, I'll do a species care. Actually, it's not going to be about the fish though. Actually, I decided that I should do a little less species in succession and do a little more other things, like talk about other key factors to a successful aquarium. So I guess maybe I'll talk about filters today, I'll talk about hang-on filters since I got a really strong one out here. This is the AquaClear 110. I don't know if you can see that well, but wait. Yeah, never mind, forget it. But that's what the AquaClear 110 looks like. I would say it's like a foot long. So, and it's called the 110 because it's meant up to 110 gallons. Not as just a single use filter. Like, don't just use that filter for a 110 gallon tank. And I'll go more to that. Well, I'll start with the pros if I'm ever talking about something. Okay? Just because the pros are always better to start with. The pros of I'm just going to talk about hang-on filters, and I'll go on to about my preferences. The pros about hang-on filters are that it's a bit cheaper. They're usually a little easier to find, a little more common. They're a good first filter, and if you don't like to do a lot of maintenance, like you like to do easy maintenance, most of them have adjustable flow rates. Like, not most, maybe half. This one does. Basically, the flow rate to adjust it is if it's all the way, the pump is all the way in. So basically, if it can pump a lot, full power, or if it pumps halfway. So it's like either fully on it's centered, or on the side, and only half of the pumped water makes it and actually creates the flow. Another con would be that the intake is, like this one comes with a really long intake. It comes with 2, so I just extended it. And again, another thing is any hang-on filter is relatively, it's just easy to set up too compared to anything else. You just gotta put the media in. If not, it already comes in it. You just gotta wash the media, place the filter, put the intake on. It might already be on. Put the cover on and just fill it with the water. Oh, the knife's coming out. Yeah, I'm gonna pause for a moment and so you guys can see it. I had to be standing on this side of the tank. Like if I move close to him, he'll see. He gets kind of scared anyways. But okay, well that was a knife. So, anyways, back to the topic. You just gotta fill it with water just to prime it, and so it can pump water, and then plug it in, and it's all good. So it's better for the person who doesn't like to set up things and kind of lazier, just so to speak. The cons. The first con is one of the most important factor about choosing your filter. I always like to have another filter, unless it's a smaller tank, but anything 40 gallons and above 40, I would say 55 gallon tanks and above, I would like to do more than one filter. Oh yeah, another pro is that hang-ons usually have pretty good flow rate too. Like it's more, there's certain ones dedicated to bringing more current, and some that are quieter and just dedicated to being quiet, you know, silent. You won't even notice it. Okay, so major important con you gotta remember whenever you're purchasing is that hang-ons don't provide that much media, biological filtration kind of space, you know? Whereas the canisters, I'll go into that when I talk about canisters. Canisters or sumps, those kind of filters hold at least triple the amount. So that's why you shouldn't rely fully on a hang-on unless you've got only a couple fish and it's oversized for the tank. That's the only thing out. If you're going for that, then that's fine. But if you plan on just fully stocking your aquarium, don't rely on a hang-on. Get a hang-on. Get a canister, I suggest, plus a hang-on, and that'd be very good filtration right there. Other cons include some might be a little loud. The size of them might not work for your aquarium, even if it's the brand you like. So it might not work every time. I wanted it originally over here, but then I had to move everything because the sumps are over here too. Basically, all I wanted was to keep, just to organize everything on one side, but it didn't work out, so I just had to put it all over here. Yeah. Another con is really there's only 3 cons to it, and the last con would be it might not be as strong and efficient as other filters compared. Like even the flow rate doesn't compare to other things, like such as canisters rated for 110 gallon, and compared to this hang-on rated for 110 gallon, canisters the flow rate would beat this one. So that's another thing. But it does aerate really good. So my last words about hang-ons. Use them as supplements, so a supplemental filter, a second filter. Don't use it as your primary unless again it's below a 55 gallon tank and it's probably a little understocked, or actually doesn't matter, like understocked. But if you got like a 100 gallon tank with one large fish, this goes for every kind of fish that's above 6 inches. Never put solely a hang-on for that purpose, because the bigger the fish is, the more waste they produce. And do not follow that 1 inch per gallon of, that kind of rule. I forgot what it is exactly, but don't do that rule of thumb, whatever. That only applies to like neon tetra size, like 1 to 2 inch fish. The really small ones like tetras, certain barbs, the guppies, certain live arrows, yeah, and catfish. So don't do that. But if you're looking for flow, silent and easy, to maintain, I would go for AquaClear. I personally like this brand of Hang-On filters, and hang on the back actually, this is what they're called too, HOBs. But if you can't get AquaClear, and then my second choice would be Fluval. I have 3 Hang-Ons on my tanks. This one's a Fluval. I know you can't see it. This tank has no light at all, except during the day, so that's the Fluval. But and yeah, go for it. If you ever have another filter, you feel like I need a little more current, or I don't want to purchase something too expensive again, then go for the Hang-On. It provides the current you want. If you don't want it, you can always tone it down. Get the AquaClear because you can tone it down. And yeah, go for it. Just remember what I told you though. Seriously, don't make that mistake. Cost all of your fish. Yep, have fun.